Hello everyone, I am the girl with the Comic Con tattoo. I really do have that tattoo. It is on my ankle. I will show it to you in a future video maybe. So I started this channel because I really love Comic Con and it's coming up soon, and okay, so I've really been putting off writing a book about Comic Con for a long time, and I kind of thought that this might be a little bit easier, and then I could use all my videos as notes and possibly write the book later. So Comic-Con 2019 is Comic-Con's 50th anniversary. I'm so excited you can't understand. I have dropped a ton of money on Comic-Con merchandise this year that I probably shouldn't have, but that's, you know, a story for another day. Anyway, I'm really excited about this year's Comic-Con, but I'm also really nervous. I got a hairline fracture or stress fracture in my ankle a couple weeks ago, so I'm probably going to be in big old cam boot at Comic-Con, which is going to hinder my movement a little bit, so we'll see how that goes, and I'm sorry about the weird camera angles. I'm not your typical YouTuber, and I don't have a big setup and everything. I'm literally shooting this on the forward-facing camera of my iPhone. Hopefully someday in the future I'll get a better camera and shoot better videos for you, but till then, this is what you got. So, as far as the ankle goes, I will be hitting up Deaf and Disabled Services, because they're awesome people, so that I can kind of, I don't want to say cut the line because it's not really what they do, but they have different seating arrangements and different line arrangements for people who are differently abled. I have injured myself in the past at Comic-Con. I sprained my ankle a couple years ago at the Xbox Lounge, and so I spent a day with a handicap sticker, and it made it easier for me. So we'll see how this year goes, since I'll be probably the whole convention hobbling around. I'm gonna look into possibly getting somebody to be a handler for me, to help me with some of my stuff, and just to help me kind of get around and stuff like that. Also, I'm really excited about this year because, again, it is 50th anniversary and there's going to be a lot going on. I also have a couple of friends who are coming for the first time ever, and I'm so excited about that because I love introducing people to Comic-Con and to different aspects of the convention that they may not know about. So I'm going to try and do a lot of videos at Comic-Con and about Comic-Con, talking to people at Comic-Con, just so that if you can't go to Comic-Con, maybe you can get something out of my videos about Comic-Con, and kind of feel like you're there. I do have CatCon coming up on Saturday, so I will be, that will be sort of my test convention to kind of see how everything goes and to take camera shots and do editing, and also to kind of see how I am on my feet with my cam boot and everything. So hopefully that goes well. That's in Pasadena. If you don't know, it's a convention devoted to people who love cats and to cat products and stuff like that. So I will give you more about that later in the week after I shoot my video for CatCon. So I'm shooting to, I'm using that word a lot. Anyway, I am planning, or I'm hoping to try and get out videos at least for the foreseeable futures on Wednesdays and Sundays. So we'll see how that goes. If you have found this channel and the first video in my first week of putting it up, and you have any requests of things that you'd like me to talk about, please let me know. I've been going to Comic-Con for like 26 years, so I have a lot of really interesting stories that have happened at Comic-Con and about Comic-Con. So if anybody wants that. I'm also really into cosplay. So you're gonna get a lot of probably some cosplay tutorials and stuff. I need to test out my makeup for my Wonder Woman costume, which is why my hair is this really dark brown. My hair is actually normally this, it's kind of hard to see here, but it's like a muddy auburn. And I dyed my hair black for, I tried to dye it black, for my Wonder Woman cosplay, and I realized actually that because I have my cam boot on and I'm kind of broken, that it's gonna work out really well for my Hawkeye cosplay. So you'll probably be getting a bruise makeup tutorial, if I can get somebody to come over and hold the camera and stuff while I do that, because it's really hard to kind of show how I put on stuff with my left hand if my right hand's holding the camera, or vice versa, because I think my finger's in the middle of the shot, so that would be bad. So we'll figure it out. Also give you some tips and tricks about Comic-Con and how to get and go to Comic-Con. Tickets are really hard, hotels are really hard. It's all really hard if you kind of don't know what you're doing. At least once a year I end up meeting somebody who's like, oh, I'd really like to go to Comic-Con. Where can I get tickets? And I'm like, yeah, about that. Or they're like, yeah, I got tickets from a friend of a friend or an illegal auction on eBay, which, by the way, sorry about that. So I get a produce box every couple of weeks, and it turned out that it came right as I was shooting the video. So I had to pause so that I could go and get my my fruits and veggies, because that's very important. I am a plus-size girl, which is why I have the stress fracture, and so I'm trying to eat healthier and lose weight so that I don't have another stress fracture and I don't have any other problems. Anyway, so what I was saying, so there's a lot of different ways to get tickets, both legally and illegally, on the secondhand market. For example, the Comic-Con museum is currently auctioning off a bunch of different tickets, so that they can raise money so that they can renovate the facility that they're in now and get going and become a really awesome museum. I highly recommend, if you really want to spend a couple $1,000 on getting tickets, and it is for a good cause, to go and hit them up. So that's if you really want to go. But like at this point, if you don't have a hotel and you don't have somebody to stay at and you can't get an Airbnb, you're probably going to be bussing it in from quite a distance every day. So I'm gonna kind of, one of the things that I have planned is to talk about, it's probably not going to happen for this year's Comic-Con, but for next year's Comic-Con, talk about getting hotels and Airbnbs and all of that. Tips on getting tickets in the the actual way you're supposed to get tickets, or in volunteering or something like that. I volunteer every year. I volunteer every year. I am not with Comic-Con. I'm not doing this for Comic-Con. I'm doing this for me and to get my thoughts and my ideas out. I don't represent them, and anything I say doesn't represent them and their thoughts and their views. They're all my views. So anyway, I have a lot of knowledge just in doing 25 years of volunteering with Comic-Con and with people getting tickets, because not all of my friends are volunteers. A lot of them are, but not all of them. So I do have knowledge about getting tickets. I do have knowledge about getting hotels, even though I live in San Diego, so I don't get a hotel. I suppose I could if I really wanted to, but I live close enough to downtown that it's not really a problem. And I just opt to Uber. So I'll be doing videos about Ubering and Lyfting downtown, because that is its own separate thing because of the way the streets are set up. During the convention, I'm probably not going to hit the outside stuff this year because I'm broken and I really don't want to do a lot of walking, but I will do that in the future. I have a lot of plans to give a lot of information over the over the next couple of years, and this year, and hopefully cosplay help and tutorials, getting into the masquerade, stuff like that. And of course, if anybody has questions, they can definitely always ask me questions and I'll answer to the best of my ability. I will say that I will answer with the knowledge that I have, which sometimes is out of date. Like, how much do tickets cost? I have no idea. I have never bought a ticket for Comic-Con, and I have a vague remembrance of what the cost of the tickets were in the 90s, and that's 25 years ago. So that's probably not gonna be useful now. I do have a picture of Comic-Con prices that somebody sent me from the website. They're not really going to do anybody any good this year, but they'll give you a good base price for next year, and I'll pop those into a video in the future so that everybody can see those. So that's kind of my thing and my plan. I hope it all goes well. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you don't mind the fact that I'm shooting this on my iPhone. And hopefully, you know, I have friends with better cameras, so maybe they'll let me borrow one and I can shoot something really nice for you in the future. Although, I personally think the quality's pretty good on this. If you have any questions, let me know. Please like and share if you did enjoy this and you want other people to get knowledge from me. Anyway, I will see you in the next video. Thank you!